welcome back to my video blog. Don't mean to scare everyone because of the new background. We had to switch our camera around a little bit. But I'm very excited what I'm going to bring to you today because I always like to bring things that I think are important for people to know about what's happening in the market, and we're really seeing some pretty dynamic things right now. Two things that are going on I want to touch on today. One, they passed a law through Senate in December to extend the payroll tax. I think it was a deduction, and it was going to save money for individuals, which is good, but they had to pay for it somehow, and the way they're paying for it is through mortgage origination costs. So for example, if you're buying a house right now and you lock in your interest rate, the bank will do that. However, if you take too long and your lock expires because your escrow takes too long, there are certain costs that are involved that can be up to a couple of $1,000s. Additionally, there are origination fees that are being affected, so that's affecting rates. Now, historically, right now, rates are unbelievable. You're getting 30-year mortgages under 4%, so they're very, very reasonable, and that's driving the market. So I just wanted to make the point right now that as people say, well, can you get loans? Yes. Is it hard to get loans right now? Yes. It was way easier 4 or 5 years ago, which was probably too easy. But the trend still seems to be for more and more regulation, more scrutiny on loans, and you can still get them, but it's just getting more difficult, and those costs are borne somewhere, and they're usually borne by the consumer. So there's more regulation, which means lenders hire more people. There's more costs. So there's a great opportunity right now, whether you have an existing loan to refinance, thinking of buying because the rates are so low, and honestly selling because when rates are low, you get more money for your house. Now, here's what's happening. Here's how it's affecting the market. This is quite exciting. So it's the first part of February, first 8 days of this month. In Morro Bay, Los Osos, all the way down to Arroyo Grande, imagine that geographic area, we had 44 houses come up for sale in the first 8 days of this month. Here's the exciting news. We had 50 that went under contract. Okay, so virtually more houses are selling than are coming on the market, and it shows because we have a very, very small inventory. So it's a phenomenal time if you're thinking of selling. Now the bad news is in those same 8 days we had 45 properties reduced. So here's what we're seeing. New properties in the market, reasonably priced. Most of those 50 homes that went escrow, not most, about half, sold very quickly, and some of them had multiple offers. The last 2 listings I took, I sold quickly, and they had more than one offer. Okay, and now if we go to the North County, it's almost the same thing. We had between Atascadero, Templeton, Paso Robles, 22 new listings in the first 8 days of February, and we had actually 36 properties go to escrow. Okay, 36 sell in that 8-day period versus 22 coming on the market. So you can see the market is changing and it's reacting to these very low rates. We did have 28 reductions, so if somebody priced their property wrong, it's not going to sell, it's going to sit, and if you price it right, it's going to sell quickly. And again, the average days on the market is 89, but that's a range of 500 days, and then we have a lot at like less than 30. So my point being, right now there's a lot of activity in the market, very dynamic, and I think there's just a lot of opportunities. So if you have any questions about either your rate, buying, selling, anything at all, give us a call here, 781-3750, 781-3750. Thanks very much. We'll look forward to speaking to you soon.